What's up, everyone? My name is Tim Stoddart. Welcome to the YouTube channel. You can check me out at timstodds.com. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of my 2024 business plan, some big changes I'm going to make, and some of the ideas that are spinning through my head. So let's get right to it. First and foremost, for 2024, I have decided that I am no longer taking inspiration from other people. I think this is a bad trap that a lot of online entrepreneurs or creators fall into. We see what other people are doing and we see that it's obviously working for them. And so then we try to emulate them. And of course, human beings are mimetic creatures. So it's no wonder that everybody gets some inspiration from other people that they've looked up to or other people that they admire. And of course, I've done this before. Over the last year, I've taken inspiration from Stephen Bartlett and used a lot of what he was doing for inspiration for my podcast. I watched a lot of Hermosi's stuff, and you know what? That's like really cool. I think it's great to take inspiration from people that you look up to. However, I'm just in a position in my life right now where there's not a lot out there where somebody's doing something that I want to do, that I also want to do. Maybe this comes from just getting older, and maybe this comes from when you have a little bit of success, you start to figure yourself out a little bit. And I think I'm in that position. There's nothing that anybody is doing right now that is making me think, oh wow, it'd be so cool if I could do that. And so you know what? Like fuck it. I'm just gonna do my own thing, this YouTube video included. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my YouTube channel in 2024 other than just use it as some kind of video diary, use it as a way to share my experience in what I'm trying to build and share some of the lessons that I've learned. I haven't thought of it other than that, and I'm not going to do anything more complicated than that because there's no reason to. I'm just going to be me and I'm going to do it however it comes naturally to me. So the first goal, the first mindset shift for 2024 is to completely stop paying attention to what other people are doing and just do my own thing instead. All right, number two, this is a big one. And this is one I'm a little bit anxious to put out there, but I am going to remove myself as CEO in all of my companies. I'm very pumped on this idea of creating a personal holdings company. Most of my money now comes from different revenue streams. And I've gotten myself to a point where I have investments in other companies, and those companies are run by operators, and those companies are run by people who are young and hungry, and just they're hungrier than me for that individual company. So Stodzy, of course, is going to remain a huge priority for me because that's where the majority of the cash flow into my portfolio companies comes from. Without Stodzy, it would be difficult for me to maintain the level of activity I have without the cash flow coming in from Stodzy. And so I fully anticipate of being immersed in that company probably for the entire year, but nothing else. I am going to be personally involved in nothing else other than making deals, finding investments, finding opportunities, writing in my blog, creating videos on my YouTube channel. I'm all in on myself now. And I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I think I just want to build my personal holdings company. I think I want to make partnerships, research new markets, find new opportunities, do the tinkering and the what do I say, the investing and the networking that I excel at so much. I'm really good at finding opportunities and executing on opportunities to put myself in a position to capitalize on trends. I've been doing it for years. And this is where I want to play. This is what I want to continue to do. And I'm not going to do anything else other than, of course, stay focused on Stodzy and continue to grow that company. But the truth is, by the end of 2024, like I hope to not be the CEO of Stodzy anymore. And I want to make sure that Stodzy can completely run without me. That's going to be a big deal for me. And my last goal for 2024 is to fully immerse myself into my health. I mean, look, I'm a healthy person. I work out basically every day. My wife and I are both really into nutrition, and my diet is good. But there's so much cool science out there about new age health services, products, ideologies that I think could add a ton of value to my life. So one thing I'm going to check out is peptides. I'm 37 now. I've been really using my body, and I'm like, oh gosh, I feel old saying this, but I'm getting to the point where my knees really hurt. Like after I go for 5 mile hikes, it's not so much the walking or even just the activity. Like I can lift every day, I can go to Muay Thai every day, and I get no knee pain. But when I go for these hikes with my wife, coming downhill and stepping over the rocks and stepping over boulders, by the end of it, my knees feel wrecked. And I've done a lot of research, and I think peptides are going to help me out with that. I'm gonna I'm gonna look into some these other cool things. I mean, I do ice baths every day. I do breath work every day. I'm gonna really immerse myself into that world. I'm gonna look more deeply into red light therapy, into UV therapy to increase my vitamin D. I'm gonna look a little bit more deeply, possibly into testosterone. I definitely feel a like my explosiveness as I've gotten a little bit older has decreased a little bit, and I don't know for sure. I've never gotten my levels checked, but if my levels are depleting like they probably are, which happens when you start to push 40, I'll consider doing some of the replacement therapy as well. So my health is going to be a huge priority for me this year. And that's it. Like I'm all in on this. I'm all in on myself. Everything that I do is going to be an investment in myself, in my personal brand, in my YouTube channel, building my portfolio, and starting to use the success that I've had to generate more success. I don't have to work so hard. Like, in fact, I shouldn't work so hard. It's not just that I don't have to, because I'm not making this video as though I'm getting lazy or like I don't feel like doing it anymore. It's just not actually the most pragmatic way for me to continue to scale. I need to build a network. I need to continue to build leverage. And my hard work can only do so much. I can only generate so much leverage with my hard work. Whereas partnerships that I make and new opportunities that I find, I can 100x, 1000x what I already have just by making the right decisions. And so that's what I'm going to do. This is the first video in what is going to be a lifelong project. If nobody watches it, that's okay, because I'm recording it for the right reasons. And for whoever does watch this, I hope that you will get some inspiration. I hope that you will follow me along as I share my experience. I have no advice to give you. I only have experience to share. Let me know what you think. Drop a like, drop a comment, smash that subscribe button. I'll talk to you next week.